Hey everybody, hope you're doing very well. Today we are here with a very special guest. Uh, we are here with one of the gamers based in United Arab Emirates. He has been a podcaster about gaming for about quite some time now. And so we've got him at his workplace now. So let's talk more about him and listen from his own voice. Hello, Mr. Mohammed.
Hello, Saada, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you
How
for
are you?
this meeting.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
for the introduction.
So please tell us about yourself to our audience and share us what actually brings you to the world of gaming.
Sure. Well, that's a very easy question. I've been a gamer all my life. Been playing games since the Sega, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I grew up on gaming. What I do in the daytime, though, I help manage a lot of the family businesses we have. We're in oil and gas, we're in energy, we're in multiple other businesses. And then I personally have my own business, which we're here right now, Sky Millennium, which is a business incorporation and setup business. And so by night, it changes. I'm a businessman by day, a streamer in the gaming space by night. So I started, if you talk about gaming, of course, since I was a kid, and I can hold the controller. That's maybe as far as 4 years old. But streaming is actually something that I've been very passionate about. Being on social media and interacting with people of similar interests. And for me, streaming has been very fun and exciting. I started this in the pandemic, in COVID of 2020. And I started this when I was in Boston, actually. I started streaming on a platform called Twitch, which is a streaming platform
Yeah.
owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
And it was very fun because a lot of my friends who know me through games, online friends, you could say, had said, why don't you give this a shot? And I said, why not? Why? I have this passion in content creation and media in a sense and production of things. So I said, why not do it in gaming? Because it's already a passion, two passions in one.
Yeah.
So started the pandemic and managed to grow a very large following, managed to get partnered on the platform Twitch. I'm a Twitch partner, which is a very big feat to get out of 40 million active broadcasters. There's only around 70 to 80,000 partners. So it's quite an accomplishment for me to be able to achieve that. And I've hosted many online tournaments in a lot of different games and competitively, of course, these are all competitive tournaments. And I've managed to do some podcasts in relation to the game that I play, a game called Guild Wars 2. And this is more of podcasts on the economy of the game and just how you scale up your items and how do you manage to get resources in the game, to be able to buy the cool looking things in the game. And with that also, I managed to work with a lot of other companies that I've been fortunate to be sponsored to maybe advertise the game or generally have an appreciation anyway. I try to work with companies that I feel like I would love to play their game, and so that makes it more authentic to me because it's something I would enjoy as well. And it's been going good for 3 years now, and I've managed to expand that through a YouTube channel in gaming, Instagram on social media, Twitter, and I think my Instagram is a bit of a mix because I include gaming and I also include business and I include charity. So that is, you're getting 3, 4 different.
However, with your YouTube channel, apart from Twitch, it's also only focused on the game.
That was also focused on gaming. I think my Instagram is the only social media where you can find different pieces of me.
Right.
You'll find the businessman, you'll find the streamer slash passionate gamer, and then you'll also find some charitable. I also charity something I try to do incorporate in my gaming time, working with charities, fundraising for them,
Right.
and then also on the professional side as well. So
But we're gonna know more about your gaming personality.
Sure.
We want to explore more about in UAE,
right,
especially. Obviously, you started like you're talking about from Boston during the COVID times, and once you've come here now, how much do you see other fellow gamers within the region uh, Do you see them, or do you have a community here for the gamers?
Yes. So first, I will say when I left, it was around 2016, and the idea of gaming was still very much a shutdown thing. It was, you're wasting your time,
Right.
and also in a sense, content creation wasn't in the UAE accepted as a form of money making or as a form of entertainment.
Mm.
However, when I came back in 2021, it's like a complete shift.
Okay.
It was more people are willing to talk about them and they're passionate about gaming, content creation. It was more and more being accepted. There's many gaming institutions opening up, many and big support from the government of the UAE in the gaming initiative. A lot of them, Abu Dhabi has certainly put a lot of effort into establishing a gaming audience and scene. There's been many streamers passionate coming out and being able to work in different areas that they can help in terms of gaming, but then also advertising. And then recently now, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Hamad Al Maktoum came out with a gaming initiative where he wants to get 30,000 jobs in gaming. That is huge support to be able to put that out there and say that this is something that aligns with their vision. So I think over the years, definitely gaming in the UAE has shifted. There's a lot of activity. There's certainly a lot of passionate gamers, whether they create content or they just play for fun. More and more of them are willing to participate in public space and public events, and it's really helped the region and this area specifically grow to that level.
I mean, obviously, Dubai is one of the capital of conferences. You find conferences of everything, and gaming conferences over here are not really much, seen to be done. Do you see this is happening in coming years or coming months? Because, like you said, gaming world is big business, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it is tapping to the new generations also.
I think I do. Right now, recently, there was this Dubai Esports initiative. It's called Dubai Esports Festival, which is about a 1 week festival. And they did a trial run of it last year. This was done under Dubai Economy and Tourism Department.
Okay.
They did a very smaller version of it last year, and it was a good foundation.
Okay.
This year, they took it to the next level. They incorporated some educational elements for children in schools. They brought a few influencers from outside and regional as well. So, they not only just focused on bringing outside um, streamers or gamers, they also made sure to elevate the local scene as well. And they've worked with a lot of brands. And like that, there's a few summits, networking business summits that are in relation to gaming. And that has also been very successful, I would say. And I do see that it's going to continue growing year after year, where more and more companies are going to be working. And to give you an example, Dubai Police. Do you know that Dubai Police
Yeah.
actually has a gaming department?
Oh, really?
And Dubai Police organizes gaming tournaments for the public space. They've done, I believe, 3 or 4 at this point.
Okay.
And some nice prize pools, 10,000
What type of games are these?
So they do tournaments in different games, like, for example,
First and person?
first person shooters, fighting games. So, like, for
Okay.
example, they've done a tournament in a game called Valorant. They
Okay.
did one in Counter Strike.
Okay.
I believe they did a Street Fighter tournament as well, Rocket League as well. I don't know if I have to explain what Rocket League is,
Obviously, the gaming world.
but if you know, you know. So,
Yeah.
so they've done a few, and this is the third, or there'll be actually a third or a fourth event that they're doing, and anyone can participate. And they're bringing the influencers, and they're bringing the people who just are passionate about gaming. They come in, they register, they play, they have fun. If you win a prize. If you don't win, you have a good time.
Yeah.
So there's already, companies and institutions who you might not even think are into gaming are into gaming.
Of course.
So
And this is interesting when you say that you might not think they're into gaming and they're into gaming because so many companies are now using gamification for various aspects: team building, customer retention, brand building. Uh, but in terms of that, let's discuss more about the gaming itself now.
yeah.
What type of games do you really think? I mean, while you're into Guild Wars, so of course this is like a first-time shooting, and
So Guild Wars is a online, you could say like an online game, similar
Yeah.
to Guild Wars 2.
Networking based.
It's a game like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Have you heard of World of
Yeah,
Warcraft?
right.
Everyone must have heard of
Of
World of
course.
Yeah. So Guild Wars 2 is in that same genre. It's an online fantasy game,
Mhm.
but there's so many elements to it. You have the people who are very competitive, who will play against each other. You have the people who enjoy the story of the game and just exploring the game's maps and scenery. You have people who enjoy, like myself, I'm more on the economy side of the game. I enjoy finding out how do you make money in this game and how do you leverage all of that and how do you gather resources. So there's these games all serve different tastes and there's different skill sets to acquire as well, and that really depends on where you take things out of the game. So from a competitive mindset, you have to be able to learn to build chemistry with your teammates. You have to learn to very synergize together. It's training. If you're enjoying the game for its story, that's also still a great time. You can fill your time, but then you get to meet people in the world where you can be speaking to someone in Europe or speaking to someone in the United States and you're right here in the UAE. It connects people.
And within the story, within that game story that you're involved in, and you're trying to have obstacles in front of
Yes.
you, overcoming that to
And it's like strategy, right?
Yeah.
How do we defeat this very big scary boss?
Yes.
Right? Are we supposed to have someone go in and kind of become the defense? Someone has to heal. These are all things that lead into a little bit of decision making. So you're using a little bit of decision making, management, um, finding out the right skill sets. The approach, right? It's a problem solving in a sense. So
just on that as well, let's talk about platforms for gaming.
yes,
We have so much varieties of various platforms:
yes,
Xbox, PlayStation,
right.
arcade, computers, lab networking. Uh, so, what do you yourself prefer? Which platforms?
I grew up on PlayStation and the Xbox to some extent, but I really enjoy PC gaming because PC gaming once you buy your first PC setup, it kind of ruins it because you have a much stronger hardware compared to the consoles. But sometimes there's some games that it just feels right to hold the controller,
Yeah,
right, the joystick. It just feels right to hold that compared to a mouse and keyboard. It really depends on preference. Like for example, a game like FIFA. Now it's called EA Sports, football sports, and that I can never imagine playing on a keyboard. I have to hold up a controller for that. Some games it makes more sense to hold keyboard and mouse. So it kind of sometimes can be preference, but as a streamer, of course, most of my time is spent on PC and streaming online and things like that.
well, of course, I mean, in the world of game, we can just keep on talking, talking, talk. And the thing is that how do you go see the future in a sense that as an influencer in a gaming world, what are the positive sides of it that you can, distill it towards the society and
Sure.
impact?
I think I can definitely say that we're going to head towards a time where AI, more gamification, metaverses, in a sense, games that have been out for the last 20 years are sort of a metaverse, you could say, world,
Right.
because these are online games. You're interacting
You're
with
into
people.
that
You already
world.
have a character
Right.
or an avatar. You get them the best looking armor, the best looking weapons. That already exists in a sense as a metaverse.
Right.
But there will be the next step forward, including of AI, including of AR, augmented reality,
Right.
VR, virtual reality.
And also like games like Pokemon Go, for example. I mean, you have to go into
So
the
that's
physical
an
world.
augmented reality game,
Yeah.
AR. It's you could see it through the phone and it just
Yeah.
creates it. So that already existed, but it's the next steps forward. And I believe it's an exciting time, honestly, to be someone who's in that space. Whether you're in it for the technology or in it as a gamer, that whole industry is going to be something to follow. And I think the one advice I could say is that hey, if it feels right and you think, it's your passion, go for it. Don't be shy for it. It's if it's something that you enjoy, just make it work. And there's no reason for you not to enjoy what you like to do. So go ahead and take your chance.
And of course, UAE and our listeners from MENA region as well can also take this into consideration that this region is also sort of picking up, the government is supporting it, and of course, there is an economy side to it as well, which Mr. Mohammed shared to us. So I hope this particular video must have inspired you to bring out your gamification out there and that personality out there. I hope you liked the conversation today. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed, and we hope to continue this conversation further as well.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Adil, for this podcast.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.